Hello, I am Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz, January 20, 2016, 3:52 a.m. Birmingham. Topic: 13 hours. After that, much more. And let me first go in and just talk about the 13 hours. I cannot compare 13 hours to anything that may or may not ever happen to you and your family. Those men are truly American heroes. If there was a word higher than hero, we don't know it. As much as I don't want to say this, simply because we don't want it to happen, it is more likely than not that America will be tested, and probably soon. At the same time, just when we didn't think it would come here, then it does. And there's another side. We could see it also coming from us, from within our own government. I believe this more than I believe we'll have to fight ISIS on our soil. I do. That's coming. And I believe our biggest enemy again will come from within. So now with that said, let's talk about what will happen. You will see those who really have our backs. Just one trigger will bring this country's freedom fighters out of the woodwork. Minutemen, militia by the millions, oath keepers by the millions, and everyone will be dead set against those to come out and take America down. And that, again, will be tried. Even those who you thought were simply asleep, well, words not asleep, but call them sleepers. That's why I continue to say America and Americans will get through it. Now, that 13 hours will one day turn into something that we don't want to think about, but it is biblical and it is coming. It'll turn into 3.5 years of nonstop total fear. One of three will die. The wanted cannot be counted. Then repeat in the second 3.5 years with 1/4 of all people dead. But the attacks will be far more terrifying than the first 3.5 years because it's God's judgments this time around. Keep in mind the world and all the horrors in it will come out just like out of the woodwork as well. Example, during the first 3.5 years of tribulation, a third of the people will die on earth. That's the entire world, and that's just not in places. So how? And the how is famines and disasters, diseases, earthquakes. There will be plagues in the land and terrifying things and great miraculous signs in the heavens. There will be beasts in the land. They will kill men. What does this mean? Beast in the land that'll kill people. Well, another example of mixing DNA gone bad. Again, like the zombies. Damn, you can't hardly kill these things. And just for another example, YouTube and see what it took to subdue a 12-foot tall Nephilim found and taken from a cave in the mountains in Afghanistan. Silver, copper, a head wound, and then sever the head. If you don't sever the head, then you haven't killed it. And but if you look it up, you can find out exactly what I told you. Tom Horn said that soon in almost every garage, I mean just a garage, doesn't have to be a laboratory where it's not a speck of dust floating in the air. He's talking about your neighbor's garage. There will be makeshift labs, DNA splicing, and if you YouTube right now and look for, say, mixed plant DNA with human DNA, you can find it. You can find detailed blogs on how you can do that. One man took his own DNA and spliced it into a plant, one of these plants that close up on bugs and butterflies and eat small insects, bees, and so forth. And guess what? He was afraid of it. When he nurtured it the right way, the amount of light that it needed, the water it needed, a very minute amount of electricity, like from a AAA or a AA battery or a small 12 volt, like the garage door opener. That's all it takes. That splices, mixes DNA, your DNA, with a plant, and it can only be a skin cell. In microscope, usually in labs, they're a million plus or 100,000 plus. You can do this in 1,000 times, or even one person mentioned 600 times. These are $39 microscopes. If you want to spend a little extra money, hook it up to the computer and you pay $59 for it. It's strong enough, and that is what we cannot fight. It will truly become zombie time. Tom Horn, article titles, Medical Miracles or Playing Gods. Which one is it? He said that several years ago, and guess what? He was right. He was telling a story, and since now it has happened, he said the specter of an intelligent mouse stuck somewhere in a laboratory screaming, "I want out." Well, this will trouble a lot of people. And what if? Just say, what if this mouse has any part of a human brain? Then everything changes. So when Jesus said terrifying things, killing people is the beast of the land. And can you imagine that today? I can't. So maybe he's not talking about lions and tigers and rattlesnakes. So in Luke 11:11, this is the New International Version, all the way through the King James Version of the Bible. The reason going from 13 hours to what I ended with, like this, we may have not, I did something here, we have not a 13-hour time period here. Instead, we have a new kind of evil, one that'll kill 2 billion in the second 3.5 years. Ironically, what can get worse than the first 3.5 years? The second 3.5 years. There will be some kind of release of thousands of labs around this world, things that are in it that are so evil, they'll be freed either by accident, on purpose, or earthquakes that will open every door, and what's behind the door will come out. Our heroes can't stop this, guys. We do not know how to fight something like that. And we're not going to fight something like that. But in John 6:37, very simple, very quick, I will in no way cast you out. So, calling upon Christ today, you won't see those days come. He also said in Luke 22:36, sell your clothes and buy a sword and protect yourself. He wouldn't have said that for no reason at all. There's going to be things here that the fear alone will kill a lot of people. Really. They don't have pictures of stuff so bad that we will see. They don't have pictures of it now. And when that stuff is released, Satan indeed will be able to give it a little more of this and a little more of that just by his word. And guys, all I'm saying is too many people are calling that the end times are quickly, fastly approaching. And again, just recently, another rabbi, this is number 3, an Orthodox rabbi, they don't talk about Jesus, but he said Jesus is coming soon. When you have these people saying these things, you need to stand up and listen. Jody Wolf Expoz.